What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Razor playing Stanley's Parable again. Deluxe. Get the version right? Deluxe edition. I already set the time, so we're going back into this. We're gonna see what results we get today. So I think I remember last time it told me I didn't have to set the time correctly, but I did. So I don't know why I did that, but they know what I like. Oh crap. I'm gonna say that much accurate. It's like Google or something getting all your data. All right, let's go. Let's go. Like and
This is the
subscribe if you
story
get a
of a
chance.
man named
Oh,
Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where
I know about being Stanley already. But like I was about to say, for the narrator jumped in, like and subscribe. You know, drop a drop a like and hit the button. Might add a little graphic to it too. But all right, what I'm gonna do different this
all of
time?
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
For some reason, I don't remember the phones being green. So, uh, yeah, that's the only person I asked. Look at that cup. Who farted? All right, let's go, y'all. Let's go. What does it say? Oh, Valentine's Day is coming up. Look, be my Valentine. So is that the only person with a phone in here? Okay, they have other phones. Okay. Do what? Oh, same cup. All right. So Mondays and oh yeah, we got here. Let's go.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
All right, let's go check it out.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
What?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yo, look at like they got new computers and stuff. Looks like a real up to date I guess work area. Got the cooler. Let me get some water. All right. The end is never the end again. Stanley Parable 2 427. All right.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Well, you really outdid yourself this time. It looks amazing. Wow. I mean, I'm like really liking the office area, at least up to date. They got MacBooks instead of Old desktops. Okay. Let me keep
Now, to
going.
be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take
Oh.
a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
2 was the thing. Alright, let's go. Y'all see that? New features. I guess I'm here to entertain y'all. Okay. It's the bus. Okay. Yeah, which way I'm supposed to go? Okay, this way. Okay. Oh.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
What?
For the Stanley Parable
No.
2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Alright, I gotta try this out.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes!
Oh
You
my
see?
God.
What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
He got so excited over that button. Alright. That's my name is Jim. My name is Jim, y'all. Welcome to the channel.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Ideas.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
He's 12.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Wow. I didn't pick that one. Alright, cool. That's fun. Yeah, they got the balloons.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Whoa.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh, I can't jump. Oop. Oh, that doesn't count. Oh, he's turning around. I already said, I know he was looking at me. Oh, look at that. Man, that still looks pretty cool though. Okay, that's the other room. I go through here. Exit. I don't want to leave yet. Let me go up here. See what's up here.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be
look at
no
the art.
reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
No, they don't have like the figurine and everybody's reaching for it. Give it to me. Oh wow. Okay. I'm out.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Time we go to the infinite hole. No, we gotta go right here. Gotta get my trophy. Free trophy easy. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Oh. Make sure it's something I'm not missing. Okay. I'll leave, yeah. Guess so. What's down here? Nothing. Nothing but darkness, okay.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Wasn't the hole right down here? Let me go and see. I'm pretty sure it was something. Okay, this is it though. Oh god, this is gonna be crazy. Oh, it's a black hole basically.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Oh, I got to the bottom.
Hey, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Well, at least he somewhat apologized, right?
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
For some reason, I feel like jumping there again, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, cool. Gotta change that. Gotta update that right there. Alright. Did I view all the content? I think I did. Let me go upstairs. Let me go upstairs real quick. Huh. I don't think I've been up here. Well, I guess it's closed. Alright, y'all, let's exit and see. Yeah. Wow, okay. New content looks kind of okay. Looks cool. I like the updates, so like all the graphics and all. Whoever did, they did that thing when they came in here.
Oh, goodness, Stanley, this is fairly awkward. I hate to do this, but before you leave, you really should go to the bucket exhibit. You see, there's a surprise I was going to spring on you later, and it involves the bucket. And I really do hate to break the illusion, but it's important that you go see the bucket, okay? All right, I'll get out of your hair now.
B2. Alright, where that? God. Oh, okay.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I sure will.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Alright, I got the bucket. Do I put it back? Well, I guess I just take it with me. I got my bucket, y'all. Now I can exit.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Everything I've done today, I've got what I came for, and it's this bucket. Let's go. Put some coffee in it. Alright, don't block me again. Oh, I can leave. Get my briefcase. Not my briefcase. Let me get my laptop bag or whatever. No screenshots. Okay. Oh yeah, I got the bucket. What's up?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. Let's see what they talk about. Let's go. This is crazy.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee.
What happened to my new office decor? Man. Oh, wow. They got the balloons out here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I got to. This is wild. How they just put this other little stuff in here. Alright.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Why am I in this old office?
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the
Tips for
bucket's
not
warmth
getting
and comfort
fired.
now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Yo, these slides are crazy. Everyone is unique, though. All right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I got my bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
This bucket is magical. Oh.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Yo, I actually want one of these figurines for the house. That's crazy. Alright, let's go down.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Whoa. If it wasn't for the bucket, I might have lost
Stanley
my
and the
life
bucket
there.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Let's go. Click.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These
wild.
questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He
Hired
squeezed
employee.
the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no
Where are we
one
going?
except for the bucket.
Oh crap. Stuck.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
What have we done?
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support. What? Wait.
Oh,
What was
crap.
happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility
Oh my
itself
God.
recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Wow. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna stop it right here for this part. And then we're gonna see what happens next. I missed my bucket already, but hey. I can just only imagine where this keeps going. So, like I said, I'll just keep playing this and just seeing where I get. I feel like it's going to keep evolving. Of course, it's never going to end. There's always going to be something added on, something different, which is pretty cool. I like how the environment is changing. I can see like stuff changing around. So appreciate y'all watching again, and got plenty other videos coming up. Like and subscribe. Y'all know I'm everywhere playing everything. Not everything, but a little bit of everything. Let's say it like that. But I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.